All right, so I'm still working on the Thompson Chain Reference Bible review, and I was hoping to have it today, and it's been a couple days, but I'm using some new software, and it's real fidgety, and I'm trying to get everything in place. And if I can't get it figured out by tonight, I'll just go outside in the good light and just do it without any fancy editing or anything. Now, this is my first impressions on the Matthews Bible, and this is made by Hendrickson. It's actually printed in China, and I didn't believe that. I would have never thought that China would have brung such quality to this Bible. This Bible is amazing, guys. I mean, this is just amazing. First impressions was wow, because they use like this cream colored paper, and I'm going to show you, and a real dark blackface font, and then they have this beautiful dark red font in certain areas of the Bible, and it's a very, very beautiful Bible. It's Smyth-sewn, however you want to say it, and on top of that, it's got at least, I think it's a 50 GSM paper. It's insane. Let me go ahead and get into this thing, because this thing is just crazy. Well, let me read you the back. Read the back of it at least. So what's doing is combining the translations of William Tyndale and Miles Coverdale, and then of course was edited by John Rogers. It was said that the day before Tyndale was executed, that Tyndale had handed John Rogers a handful of parchment that he had wrote. So what happened was they believed that was so much of the Old Testament that he translated, but the rest I believe was done by Miles Coverdale, then edited a little bit by John Rogers for the Matthews edition, which is from 1537. Okay, it says the Matthews Bible brings together the work of William Tyndale and Miles Coverdale, two giants of 16th century English Bible translation. These men shared a vision of making scriptures available to ordinary believers in a time when kings and clerics alike concerned that their authority might be undermined, opposed translating them into English. All right, so I'm just going to give you that gist of it. And I should have brought some water because my mouth is very dry right now. But first impressions, I'll just read that first little paragraph there. So the clergy and stuff were just very concerned because if the common man got a hold of the Bible, they would learn the truth. So let's get into the Bible itself just a little bit. And tomorrow I'm going to be doing like I said, either way, I'll have the full review for the Thompson Chain from Church Bible Publishers. Plus, I'll have a short video going back to the note takers, showing you the paper quality. Some people wanted to see the thickness and everything. So I've been very busy, and before that, I came down with a bug and was a little bit sick. But it says genuine leather. The leather is a nice leather. It's not luxurious. It's not really fancy or anything. But it does seem like it's a very nice, sturdy, I'd say pigskin. I'm sure it's a Berkshire leather, which Berkshire is pigskin. So let me take this out of here. And I'm tired, guys, so I haven't been sleeping very well lately. And it's not that great of a cover. And I don't like saying about this. It has a nice grain. It is a really good cut of pigskin. But you can see where it says genuine leather. And then it has an ISBN number at the bottom. But what really impresses me here is when you lay it open, it has this beautiful cream colored paper to it. And just the font, I wish all Bibles were that dark. I mean, I'm looking for print like this in Allen Bibles and in Schuyler Bibles. This is just beautiful, guys. And then there's a lot of information. Now, this is older Gothic. The type was even a little bit... And I've read through the King James Bible from a photocopied facsimile, and I could read it. This one is... The English was even a little bit harder to read in this one. So, like I said, it's going to be a lot before I can do like a decent review on this one. Some practice is what it's going to take. But you can see the red. Look at the darkness of that red. In fact, it shows a light on this camera. It is like a blood red. It is very beautiful. and then the artwork and just everything was done so well. I'm telling you that the thickness of this paper, it's got to be. Somebody told me when I called and asked, they said it's either 48 or 50 GSM, and I don't understand how they got this whole text block, because it is big. It's a big Bible, and I think that's probably why, because it's thick but not too thick, but it's very large. It's a little bit smaller than a family Bible, but man, this is just it's amazing. I'm excited, if you can't tell, because I love William Tyndale, and I love the Matthew's Bible, all these pre-King James Bibles. I'm not a big fan of the Geneva. I'm not a big fan of course, I'm not a fan of the Bishop's Bible. That was kind of sloppily put together. But some introduction to, like it says right there, contained in the Bible. You can see the Gothic contained in the Bible right there. So you can see how Gothic print was done there. The Gothic print, and I could be wrong, please correct me if you know, but I used to read a 1611 King James at my desk, and I didn't have near as much trouble as I do on this one. But here you have the artwork. Then you have your drop cap letters they used, which I like a lot. I like that in the Canterbury. And this one does contain the Apocrypha, which is nice to have Maccabees in there for historical value. And everything. I've read the Apocrypha, several times. There's some truth in there, some historical truth. There's some, really, what I like about it is you kind of learn how people, what the people believed at the time, what was going on at the time, the customs. So the Apocrypha does have a lot of, help. I mean, it's kind of like understanding the culture of the time. All right. So that and some of this is just see there. Then there's no. Sorry, this is just off the cuff, but there's no verse markings. So sometimes it'll give you an idea where at least in the Old Testament. Let's check the New Testament. Like I said, I'm just as new to this as you guys are if you've never seen one. All right, let's see here. See, there's Maccabees. I don't know if that's first Maccabees or second Maccabees. I'm not sure. The first book of Maccabees. Okay, so let's go to the Matthew. Let's show you the introduction page to the New Testament. And see if I can focus in a little bit better. But the paper, why can't all Bibles have this paper and this font? I mean, not the Gothic type, but the font, the darkness of it. Just absolutely beautiful in the artwork. I love these old photocopied Bibles. So I'm looking here, and you can see a symbol that Schuyler uses. So a Jerusalem cross. So if Tyndale put it in there, I don't think he was a Jesuit, that's for sure. Because our King James Bible is definitely wasn't put together by Jesuits. The Jesuits were the one trying to kill the King James translators at the time with the gunpowder plot. But I'll go through this more later. Give me some time. In fact, my first church service at my house will be Sunday, and I'm going to preach or open with the text that we're going to read from the Matthew's Bible, just to give respect to William Tyndale and Miles Coverdale, people that have died, to get the Word of God in English. And then from there, go to my King James Bible, Acts of the Apostles. And I'm not sure, I don't think there's maps or anything in the back. Let me check here real quick. I don't see why there would be. Sorry about the shakiness. I'm doing this one-handed right now. Oh, table of contents. And then this is Revelation. It has a lot of pictures of the beasts, and oh wow, this is amazing, guys. Very nice. I'll tell you what, I would, if you right now they're on sale. These are retailed at $99, so you're looking at $100. But they have on sale right now at christianbook.com for $50. I'd buy 2 of them, keep one the way it is as a collector's item, and then have one sent to to get rebound in a really nice, leather cover, a real nice one, and then just, have that as your own Matthews Bible. But man, I really like this. It is beautiful. There's no spine raised. It's a flat spine. But I thought, honestly, when I saw this being sent to me, I thought for sure that this was not going to be that great. This thing actually really surprised me. I'm very happy about it. But sorry about not getting things uploaded the last couple days. It's just been really crazy. I don't know if you all know, but I have 9 kids, and two of them have really, really bad ADHD. I mean, they're waking up at 2 in the morning and they don't go back to sleep, and I haven't had much sleep, and then I got sick, and a lot of stuff, guys, but I'm going to keep at it. I'm going to keep on posting videos. I made a promise to myself I'll do that and keep reviewing Bibles. And tomorrow, Lord willing, guys, Lord willing, I'll have an update on the Note Taker's Bible from Church Bible Publishers. And like I said, if I can't get that software to work right, I'll just take that Thompson Chain Bible from Church Bible Publishers outside and just give you my thoughts on it. I'm telling you, that is the best. And I've had a lot of Thompson Chain. In fact, the last Thompson Chain Bible I had was not made by Kirkbride. It was actually a World Publishers and a genuine Persian Morocco. And I'd given it to a friend in Ottumwa, Iowa. I think that was back in 2001 or 2. And that thing, I wish I never gave it away. The best Thompson Chain of the time, but Church Bible Publishers actually beat that, and that's hard. Well, it's not really too hard for me to say because where Church Bible Publishers get their leather from is where World Publishers got their leather from for that particular edition of the Thompson Chain back then. But just the way that Rob put it together, the color matching and everything. Let me open this so you're not bored. You can look at some there because I got a few things to say about the Thompson Chain. The headbanding being white and blue. And then those nice wide double satin ribbon markers in there. Then you have that light blue with the silver or gray under the silver gilding. Just a beautiful Bible. And just the paper quality, not cutting back on the GSM of the Bible, just let it be as thick as it is. And it's still not too thick because, of course, you got to remember, I think it's a 8-point print or 7-point, one of the two for the mid-size. I think it's 7-point print. So they're able to put everything on there, and it's still not too thick at all. It's a nice size Bible. It's a good mid-size Bible. But I wish you guys, I don't know. This is one page, and it has no waviness to it. It's just like, man, I would love to see Bibles made like this. The paper quality. The color of the paper, it's slightly got a nice, good cream color to it. Makes the text stand out with a nice black font. And now I'm just rambling, but that just tells you something. I'm excited. It comes with one of these braided, which that way it won't damage the paper. I would like to see something like this in Bibles in the future, but done a little bit nicer, maybe wider. And I don't know if it's treated at the bottom. We'll check together. How's that? Yeah, it's treated at the bottom, so even though it's braided that way, it's not going to fray, I hope. If not, I'll fix that. But I'd like to see some Bibles done that way because that is so soft and so light, it's not going to put any impression or indentation into the paper itself. All right, guys. Well, I'm really tired. Still getting over being sick and just working on that software and all that, so... I'm working on editing and all that stuff. So like I said, if I can't get that done, I can always put that out later, but tomorrow at least go in there and show you all the pros and cons, which I really don't have any cons for that Thompson Chain. So until then, guys, you know the drill. Good day and God bless.